What's up? Is this working? What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. We're going to be talking about some interesting things today. We're going to be looking at the daily chart also. Could we be forming three black crows? We're going to talk about that. We're going to see what that might mean. And we're going to look at what happens if that doesn't happen. It goes the opposite direction. So definitely stick around for the whole video. This will be a good video today. And I do want to let you guys know that I won't be around much today on Twitter or in the Discord. I do have the funeral today. We're gonna so I'll be busy doing that, so I won't be around much today after this video, but I did want to get an update out to you. So let's get into it and see what's going on. One more thing, I apologize for the pictures when I pulled up the Discord in yesterday's video. I did blur those out just in case YouTube didn't like them, but I tell you, it was very hard to keep a straight face and not to laugh. So anyways, for those of you that seen it, that was pretty damn funny. So all right, let's take a look at the chart where nothing has changed here. Still looking for the possible fifth wave down. These are my targets, the 26.5, 23.4, or 18.2. I would watch for bounces at each one of these because it could bottom at each one of these. We also have a more bearish view, and we also will be taking a look at a bullish view. So anyways, after that, I will get back into the chat and we will discuss. I'll see what you guys are thinking. So anyways, still looking for this. If we do have a rally after this, I think it'll be a giant bull trap going into August or September to maybe 50 to 55,000, and then much lower by the beginning of next year. This is my opinion. At any time, if we cross and get support on this green line, then I would be looking at possible new all-time highs this year. I would probably buy some Bitcoin and maybe do some longs here if that was to happen. Other than that, this is what I still see possible in my opinion. Don't forget to go down, guys. Smash that like button under the video. If you're on a mobile, exit the chat for 1 second and hit that thumbs up, and then you can get back in here. And if you are on YouTube TV, go down to the bottom left and hit more actions, and that'll give you the option to give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Share the video if you would. And yeah, that's what I'm looking at here, guys. We will get into more detail here in a minute. We are still ranging in here, but we'll take a look at everything we have been watching. So everybody apparently thinks that we are in a accumulation here, but if we look at what happened up here and we put this back down here, guys, people are looking at it on the 4 hour. If you watched my video on March 24th, we drew this line in here. We were the absolute first to call this wick off before it even topped out. It was around 56 or 57,000. I said we'd probably top out about 50 or 63 or 64. Drew this trend line in. Nothing has changed. I haven't changed anything on this chart. Now, remember, you can't look at this in the 4 hour. People are looking at that, calling it accumulation. Not saying it can't be accumulation, but the volume isn't matching up. The volume is matching up with distribution. And if we look over here, if we put this trend line down here, we could be seeing this all over again. It could take a little bit longer, but it's the daily, guys, that you need to watch the wick off. Not the 4 hour, not the 8 hour, not the 12 hour. It is the daily. People are just trying to make it look like whatever they want it to look like with the 4 hour. So if we pull up the wick off, let's pull up the wick off sheet that I believe this is what we are doing now. I believe we are right in this area, and we're going to continue down from here if this is distribution. If not, we get a big push up. We'll see where that goes. I still wouldn't see it going higher than around 50, possibly 55,000 before coming back down. But I do believe it'll end up looking more like this. And if we pull up the market cheat sheet, same thing. Right around, it could definitely end up like this, and we might not end up getting that B bounce. So beware of that. I definitely would be careful. we'll be keeping up on everything on this video, so on this channel. So make sure you subscribe, smash that likes, and tick your notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Some people are saying they're not getting notified. Make sure you go into your YouTube settings and turn your notifications on. So if it was accumulation, like a lot of people are talking about, then we have a lot further to go, because then we would just be here, right here on the daily. This would be our last bounce, and we'd still have, you know, probably 2 more months in this range if this is accumulation, which again, I don't believe it to be. It's the volume profile is not matching up. So anyways, let's look at one more thing. Nope, that's about it. So we're going to take a look at the daily here in a few, but first let's go into what we were watching. Oh, if you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out PHEMEX, by far my favorite exchange. There's a link down below. You can also go to my YouTube page, and there is a tutorial right here. You can trade Forex, gold, silver, S&P, Dow Jones, everything all on one exchange. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. You can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. So if you put in 1 Bitcoin, you get a half a Bitcoin bonus to use towards your margin. SAVVY25 will get you 25% off of your trading fees. There's also a BYBIT tutorial down there. I think there's a $1,500 or $1,600 bonus on that. Some people prefer BYBIT. I definitely don't. I prefer PHEMEX. There's also some tutorials down here if you get in there. And let me explain one more time how to smash the likes. Go down under the video and hit this thumbs up right there. So let's take a look at the 4-hour EMA strategy. That's one of my tutorials on the YouTube page. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I got this still going. So we did cross right here. We opened and closed the following candle under the all EMAs. That is a sell signal. We are seeing it. It's starting to look like it's playing out now. We'll see how this ends up by the end of the day. But this is my ultra bearish count, which is a possibility. Again, guys, no guarantees in any markets. Nobody knows what the hell the market's going to do from minute to minute, day to day. But we can use analysis to get our best ideas. So I'm looking at this as either a possible 1. This was an ABC correction here. We made 2. Going down for 3. If we get a bounce here around the 24.2, I'll explain that. Then that could be the end of the 5th wave. But that would only be an ABC actually. But so if this was the case, the 3rd wave would get us down to somewhere in the 16.5 range, which would be a huge capitulation. Then we get a bounce to around 27,000, and then back down to somewhere in the $13,000 range. Is that going to happen? Who knows? I'm just showing you the possibilities of this Elliott wave count here. Also, there is another count, and like I said, if we get the bounce from the mid-20s range, this could be just another ABC here. Right here. Could be just another ABC, and then obviously a big push up from there, which would be that bull trap, the B wave, in my opinion. So looking at, let's see if we want to look at the RSI real quick over here too. This line isn't so valid anymore, but we are still below it. So I'm still keeping a close eye on that. This is the bullish case. So if we look at it as a bullish case, this could be wave 1. The reason it doesn't make sense to me, I guess it could, if this is no, it doesn't make sense to me, but could this be a wave 1, 2, working on 3, going up to around the 41,000, then 4 back down to around 37, and then the 5th wave up to 44, and that being 1, we get a wave 2 all the way back down to the 31 area and then back up. That's the bullish case. If we were to go up from here, I don't see that happening, but who knows? It's a possibility for you bulls out there. As you guys know, this green area right here is in between. Let me zoom out so I can show you what I did here. This is the Fibonacci retracement from the March 2020 dump all the way up to our peak at 64,000. And as you can see, the Fibonacci retracement levels are getting, obviously, once we break below, over here it was, on the third wave was resistance. Then we came down almost to the golden pocket zone. We had our big push up, got some support here to 50,000 range, broke through that, never looked back, broke through our 0.382 fib and got support at our 0.5. We are now below that yet again. This is pretty bearish here too, guys. We've talked about that, the 55 and the 200 EMA crossing here. That's pretty damn ugly. The golden pocket zone would be between the 25 and 27,000 range for, I would at least expect a bounce there, guys. If we do drop straight through there, it could get really ugly really fast, but I would expect at least a bounce there, if not the reversal for our bull trap. This is from the other day. We were looking at this as a head and shoulders. This was our neckline, the 34.1. It broke. We came back up, didn't quite test it. If we were to come back and test this, if we break the 34.2 to 34.3 range and get support here, then that could validate that bullish count. But as of right now, I still have the target of around 31.3 to 31.5, and that's just a measured move of the head to the neckline, break the neckline, and that gets us down to that range. We also talked about yesterday, if we move this over, get all this stuff out of the way, and we put this over, looking at this as a possible head and shoulders, which it's not looking like it anymore really, but it is a possibility. If that was the case, we're gonna have a different target here. If we were to break down over here somewhere, that would get us down to around the $29,000 range, which is a good possibility. We also watched this on the 4-hour. We broke down out of this rising channel. That is bearish. Looks like we have a lot more room to come down if we don't get a huge rally. Let's look at, this was another channel we were looking at yesterday. There's that 31.5 range, was looking at this as a bear flag. If we do break this bottom trend line, and that being around 32, let's say 32.6, 32.7 range. If we do break below there, may come back up, retest it for resistance, and then come back down. That target would be around 26.6, which, guys, if you look back over here, lines up pretty good with that golden pocket zone. So keep an eye on the mid-20s. That's pretty damn important. That's what I'm watching. Now let's go into the daily, and let's see. Yeah, let's go into the daily here. We'll talk a little bit about that possible. Let me get this off of here. Get this trend line off of here. So, looking at this as a possible, depending on how this daily closes, guys, if we get a push back up above the 33.5 with a close on the daily, that will invalidate this. But if we close down in this area or lower, we could definitely be looking at, this is a huge bearish sign, and it's the 3 black crows pattern. I know some people were saying that this wick was too long. That's not the case. All it consists of is a lower low. See, this low closed lower than this low. If this low closes lower than this low, could definitely be a 3 black crows pattern, and that is bearish. That's a trend reversal, and on the daily we were in an uptrend here, so that would be a reversal of that trend. So it doesn't mean you can't come up, get another little bounce up first, but that's a pretty good validation. Right here you can see we got three black crows here, and then you can see what happened after that. Let's look and see if we see another one on this reversal. We did 3 black crows here, another 3 black crows right here, and you can see it bounced around for a little bit after that close, but ended up continuing down. So that's something to keep an eye on, guys. And obviously, for those of you that know, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Smash some likes, guys. I appreciate it. There's 900 people in here and only 386 likes, guys. Take a second out, smash that like. This is the dollar overlaid on the Bitcoin chart. Every time the dollar bottoms on this trend line, Bitcoin tops. Every time the dollar tops on this top trend line, Bitcoin bottoms. Every time the dollar bottoms, Bitcoin tops. Every time the dollar tops, this is March 2020, Bitcoin bottoms. And we'll explain that a little bit. We'll take a look at the traditional markets also, and I'll explain why I'm still so bearish. As you guys can see here, this is the log chart. This is the Bitstamp chart. So we had this parabolic arc drawn in here. Once we broke that, that was a bear market. Same thing over here. Once we broke it in 2017, it was a bear market. Well, actually, it actually broke in 2018, but 2017 was the top. This parabolic run here, broke it over here. We talked about that as it happened. And one more thing, this 0.382 fib right here. We've been talking about this for a long time. Unless we get over that, we are going to remain bearish. As you can see, we've been talking about getting resistance on that line, which we have been getting over and over. This line, as of tomorrow, or no, this is the 3-day chart, guys, but as of tomorrow, this trend line will be right around 36.8. So if we get a break back above this 382 fib here on the fib channels and get support there, then we could be looking for much higher Bitcoin also. But I am expecting lower lows first. And if we just drew a trend line off of these wicks here, just for the fun of it, where just this is just a guesstimate, but let's see what would happen in the next couple weeks. We came down here around the 27,000. So another way to look at it. I've been talking about, and a lot of people are getting mad. Guys, this is just a theory. This is not something I'm saying is for sure. But what if, as markets mature, like say when the S&P started or the Dow started, it started with, 2-year trend, then went to a 4-year or 5-year trend, and then 10-year trend and 20-year. Now it's a 100-year trend. Is it possible that this is just one big cycle? And someone asked me to do a Elliott wave count on this, and you really can't. It's really not that clear. But I guess if we threw something on there, which we can, and we looked at this as a possible, let's see how we would do this. Just throwing it on there for S's and giggles. Let's throw a count on just for the heck of it. So if this was wave 1, this was wave 2, say wave 3, 4, 5. Again, guys, just guesstimate. If we were to do a huge correction there, could we go back down to test this high right here that we never did go test at about, that would be ugly, guys. Where would it be? Right around 1,550. I doubt that's going to happen, but it is something to be cautious about. Anything can happen in the market. If anybody is telling you it definitely can't or it definitely will, they're full of crap. That is absolute lies. Nobody knows what's going on in the market. Nobody can foretell exactly what it's going to do. Here's my Litecoin chart. Still the same targets between 84 to 85 range. If we don't get a bounce there, we could see a $50 Litecoin. That doesn't mean it's today or tomorrow, guys. This takes time to play out. Ethereum, still the same targets between 1,000 and 1,300. That's what I'm waiting for here. We'll see what happens. BLX, this is just another chart that shows a possibility of that $9,500 Bitcoin that I've been talking about. And if we go back over to this chart here, where is it? Let's take this one back to the 4-hour. I think it is right here. Yeah. If we go back to this one, if we look at this here, guys, this huge volume node here is right at 95. That's just another thing that suggests it. And if you look at it here, it was resistance for a very long time before the bull run. So is that the resistance we'll come touch in the next year or so? It's a good possibility. Let's see. Pre-markets. Has the markets opened? Yes, they did 9 minutes ago. Dow's down. NASDAQ's up. Like I said, if you watch these guys, this acts like altcoins and Bitcoins. Dow futures is like Bitcoin to Dow futures to NASDAQ and S&P is like Bitcoin to altcoins. It's very interesting if you start watching it that way. So in the big picture, Dow, higher highs here since 2018, lower highs in the RSI. It's bearish divergence. Then we have another bearish divergence here between February 2020 to now. Higher highs in price action, lower highs in the RSI, bearish divergence. The dollar is extremely strong. We've been watching this for a while. We are having a little pullback today, but still getting support on the EMAs. My target here is around 93.4. Maybe that's when Bitcoin bottoms, when this goes up here and we do a little reversal, because we are getting hidden bearish divergence here. Or I'm sorry, bearish divergence here on the 4-hour. But if we look over here, we're getting hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour, and we are in an uptrend. So I do expect another nice bounce. Still looking for this area on the dollar. Gold, still looking for the 1677 range, and $21 silver. And before, let's look at XRP. Same thing. I have a 43-cent target. If that breaks, we're looking around 22 or so. Let's look at now. For those of you new, this is the weekly chart, guys. I'm going to just put a theory out there for you that seems to always happen. So it's not really a theory, it's a fact. But let's go into the daily, and I'm going to go through all these, and then we'll get in the chat and discuss. 1,000 people, and only half of you have went down and hit that like button. I'd appreciate it if you went down and smashed the like button, please. It helps the YouTube algorithm. If you're watching this video after the live, go ahead and share it. Help get it out there. And also, don't forget to comment if you're watching this after the live. Leave comments below. That also helps the YouTube algorithm, and I do appreciate it. Let me see something. Okay. So let's take a look at this. Now, everybody is fearing the dollar, correct? We all know that. Everybody has total fear of the dollar. It's going in inflation. Every time before a market crash, you hear the same thing, and you see the same commercials. Buy gold, buy silver, hedge the market. Same with now, it's buy Bitcoin, hedge the dollar. Guys, all them people that control them news, the commercials, all that, all they want is your money. This is my theory. Make up your own mind, but this is a 2008 crash of the Dow. It was 55% down. Gold, 35% down, 2008. Silver, 61% down, 2008. The only thing that rose as that market was crashing is the dollar. Bam, 27%. So usually that's because the big money, the smart money, is telling you to buy gold and silver and everything while they're dumping it. What them dumping it is them selling it for the dollar, so therefore making the dollar stronger as the market crashes. When everybody else is losing their money, their dollar that they sold their assets to get is getting stronger. And then when the market bottoms, they put the dollar back into the market and buy cheap assets and push it up. And you can see that's what happened here. So like I said, make up your own mind, guys. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing in the markets. Everybody has their own opinion. Nobody knows for sure. I'm not guaranteeing you anything. There are no guarantees in any market. But let's get into the chat, see what's going on. Savvy, talk about possibility of which one is the most likely according to you. I don't know what you're talking about. So I would like to donate some USDT, Savvy. You earned it. Did you check OI while trading? Do you check OI? What is OI? Am I having a brain fart right now? This weekend, can BTC dip? Yes, this weekend BTC can dip. This weekend BTC can pump. Guys, remember, the weekends are absolutely crazy. The weird things happen. Anything can happen on the weekend. We'll see what happens today before we make a decision. Like I said, watch that daily close. Savvy, Wyckoff distribution doesn't show a big bounce type of move, like 50K-ish, but you're potentially expecting one from Elliott Wave. How can both play out without invalidating one? Elliott, I use both Elliott Wave and Wyckoff. They can complement each other. That's what I said. There may not be a big bounce. If the Wyckoff redistribution happens, we could go all the way down to that 13,000 or something. That's what I'm talking about, guys. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you what's going to happen. I can show you what the charts are telling me, and what I get out of the analysis of what I'm seeing. That's all you have in trading, guys. There is no I got some inside guys, or I'm hearing this from some sources. That's BS, guys. Them sources that they're talking about, if they're even really talking about sources, aren't real. Or it's not like the sources are sorcerers controlling the market. Come on, guys. Jesus. If bear market begins, we will see bear market like 2017 or a shorter bear market. Like I said, the cycle could be changing. It may be a much longer one. What do you think Sailor will do if it hits dollar cost average price? Probably panic sell. This is Sailor, guys, right here. This is his chart. Let me squeeze it a little bit. This is how he does it. This is 2020 or 2000. This was the .com bubble, guys. All he does is hypes crap. He finds greedy asset classes, which is Bitcoin right now. Everybody's greedy, so he goes in and gets everything pumped up to pump his failing company up, and then it comes crashing down. It's doing the same thing here, guys. It's all about promotion and getting money in his company. That's all it's about, saving a dying company, and it's gonna fail again. If you haven't up, I don't have it up here. There's an article about him being the absolute biggest loser and accused of fraud by the SEC. So, guys, anyone listening to that guy, he's nuts. If you really listen to him, he's absolutely nuts. But anybody in Bitcoin will take anybody with some clout says anything good about it, they praise them. Just like Elon. Then you see what happened there. Michael Saylor, 2013, was saying Bitcoin was absolutely worthless, whatever. All Bitcoiners hated him. He comes out with his little spiel now, and now they all love him. So this is a very bipolar market, guys. Let's go into the 4 hour. Let's go into this chart. We'll keep, not that one, not that one. Let's keep an eye on this one here. See what's going on. I'm going to get all this stuff out of the way. Actually, we can look at this one. Savvy, you are bearish on Ethereum that it would come to 13 levels, but it is also showing support at 22, 23. For now, bud, we'll see what happens. Didn't like him from the first time I heard him speak. Bitcoin will not go to 32. It's begging bull to 50 now. We'll see, Joseph. We'll see. Sailor is a weasel. Savvy, if Sailor is such a loser, why is he still used by institutions such as MicroStrategy? He owns that crap company. It's a garbage company. It's turned into a marketing company instead of a software company like it was meant to be. It's total failing company, guys. Do you think a BTC dump there could be any alt season or everything will dump? If that B wave plays out like I've been talking about, if that was to play out, we could see a little mini alt season in the bull trap up to 50 to 55,000. It's definitely a possibility. Crypto W pumping now. Holy crap, it's pumping. Look at this candle. That's huge. Pump. Get out of the small time frames, people. I tried telling you, if you're playing in the small time frames, you're gonna get wrecked. That's just what happens, especially if you're new. If you're not a seasoned trader, stay the hell out of the small time frames. You're going to get wrecked. We are creating, what time is it? We may create hidden bearish divergence here on the hourly or exaggerated divergence bearish. So don't get too excited, guys. This is the tiniest candle. Let's zoom out to the 1 day. Look at this pump. It is absolutely huge. Can you see that candle? Oh my God, it's huge. Hey Savvy, did you take profits on your short yet? If you already did, already said I'll go back. I did at 30 last night. I got stopped out at I'm 300%. I'm profit on my stop out at 3. I think it was, I don't remember exactly when it was stopped, but I did get back into another trade last night. I announced it in the Discord and I showed it. Just a small trade, but I got in at 33,871. I'm currently still in that 45% up right now. I'm going to continue to stay in it. BTC is moving sideways, essentially. I'm on the floor laughing at the moment. Hey, Savvy, did you take profits yet? I just answered that, Joe. I got stopped out at 300% profit yesterday. I re-entered my short at 33,871.50. 33,871.50. Right now, I am currently 47% in profit. I am going to continue holding this short. I can't even see that pump candle, even in the 1 hour chart. Yeah, people get too excited and playing in them small time frames. If you're new to trading, you need to stay the hell out. I would stick with 4 hour. You could look at the smaller ones to try to make confirmations, but to trade off them, there's a 99.999% chance that if you are new to trading, you're going to get absolutely wrecked trading under the 4 hour. Did you like the YouTube banner idea I sent from the other day? Yeah, I did. I haven't had time with everything going on to get into that stuff. I'll probably start working on looking at that next week to change my banner and stuff. And I will get a hold of you when I do that. Savvy, you're killing me. I feel sorry for you for some of the questions you're being asked. Yeah, I'm just going to quit reading the dumb ones. Savvy, is there anyone you like to listen to? Not really. I try not to watch a lot of people. I hear what other people say just because people in the community always talk about what other people are saying, but it tends to skew your view if you're watching other people. So I don't often do that. I'll skim through and watch some videos here and there, but I don't really follow anybody on YouTube. Can you take a question on RSI below 50, but trading with price action still likely to go down and up? Keep an eye on this, guys. If you want to make it real simple right now, keep an eye on this RSI. Draw your trend line off these 2 wicks. If we make it back above that and get support, then we could go up. But otherwise, I expect us to continue getting resistance there if it even goes up to test that again. 4 hour charts, guys. 4 hour charts. Would you consider buying some alts for the pump to 50K? Probably not. Guys, I don't really care to mess with alts. I may dabble in some once in a while, but I would never buy any to hold. I would never play in them big time because they're so sketchy. Why play with other stuff when you can make more than enough money off of just Bitcoin and trading just Bitcoin alone without having to keep an eye on charts and other assets? I make a living off Bitcoin. That's all I really need. And if Bitcoin goes slow and we get a 6 months of sideways action, that's why I like Prime XBT. I can dabble in Forex, everything else by using Bitcoin. So that's another reason I suggest checking them out. They're not a scam exchange. They don't trade against you. They're an A-book exchange. B-book exchanges like BYBIT and that. BYBIT and B-book exchanges, Binance, all them, they only make money when you lose money. Prime XBT just makes commission off your trades. So they would rather you win and stick around and keep trading so they can make commission than lose and disappear. But BYBIT and them, they need people to keep coming in. That's why it gets shilled so hard, because people just lose their money, so they need new people coming in all the time. Tony Hall in Australia, mate, thanks for being a bit earlier today. I can get a decent sleep. Take it easy, Tony. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated, brother. Thanks, even when I was thinking about that. Savvy, have you heard of the pi cycle indicator? Yeah, both of them. And pi cycle, we were watching that over here on this chart. Let's see, where's it at? We were watching it over here on this chart. I take it off because no need to really have it on there anymore, but right there it is. And we were watching that this whole time, so take a second out, guys. I'll pause for you. Smash those like buttons. I'd appreciate it. Mastfa. Just go back and watch the video. You got time. Watch the whole video. I told you guys, I've been telling you guys, I'm not gonna answer questions on Twitter and stuff if they were answered in my videos. So if you can't watch the whole video, and I don't answer your question on Twitter, that's why, because it was already answered in this video. Same with the Discord. If you guys haven't joined the Discord, definitely check it out. There's a Discord link below the video. Awesome community. Definitely check it out. Let's see. Let me go over here. I will actually throw it in the chat for anyone that would like to join. Great community, but like I said, I won't be in there, guys. Whoops. I don't know what just happened there. Dang it. So hold on, I'll have to get a link in another way here. Do you read that Soros is trading Bitcoin or crypto? Man, them guys, you guys are hearing about all that crap. All them big players. Look, this is where those big players were in. Those big players were playing down here, accumulating, and they dumped on your ass up here. That's pretty much what happened in a nutshell, guys. Remember, all them guys control everything. All that big money. Eric, can I buy Bitcoin now or save or wait for the right time? You can buy Bitcoin whenever you want, man. Whenever you want. That's ultimately your decision. Where to send the banner design to? My email address. It is down below. It's CryptoSavvy1@gmail. It is down below in the description. If you guys go below my videos here, there are lots of links down here, lots of my affiliate links. They also are a great way to help support the channel, but there's the PHEMEX BT exchange. With all my bonuses, it lays it out there for you. You can watch the tutorial on how to use the bonuses and how to margin. That is on my page, the PHEMEX BT tutorial. My wife's crypto page, or not crypto page, my wife's web page, inkerimage.com. She has a lot of cool gift ideas on here. She can print pictures or anything on glass or tons of different stuff. There's also a crypto section. Check it out. These have been a hot seller lately for people that are learning to trade. It is the Divergence cheat sheet on a mouse pad, so it's right next to you on your computer. That is, it's in here somewhere, right there. But lots of cool stuff, guys. Check it out. It helps support the channel. And for those people that bitch about me shilling my wife's channel or my wife's webpage, it's my wife's webpage. That's her business. So hell yes, I'm going to talk about it. Thanks, Dave White. Any thoughts on gold? Yeah, I went over it. If you go back, watch the whole video. The answer's in there. I think Wyckoff pattern just finished phase C. What are you talking about as in phase C? You're talking about right here, and then we still have phase D down, because that is a very good possibility. If you're talking about where we're at now, this has not, because this is, if you look at it in the daily, this is not you got to look at Wyckoff in the daily, man. If you're not, you're robbing yourself. Are you going to be around the blockchain anytime soon? I want to see a nice logical debate between bulls and bears. They haven't asked me to. I've been on there twice so far. They haven't asked me back. I don't think they like my opinion. Maybe if you guys start asking them while they're during the show, start asking them, maybe they'll ask. But They haven't asked me to. If they ask me to, I'll be more than happy to. I just don't think they like my view. And that's on them. That's all right. Will you still enter short with BTC at 33K? What do you mean? I am still back in a short right now. So I will probably, if we go up any higher before the end of the day, I'll probably ladder in more. I did a real small trade, so I'll just ladder in more if it goes up. As of right now, though, I'm still up 47%. So what settings is your RSI indicator? They are, it's just 14, just the default 14. What it pops up as when you first open it. That's what it is. Savvy, where is the red light that usually in your background behind you? I don't have it on. Like I said, I wanted to get in, get you guys a quick video. I'm going to be driving all day. And I got the funeral to go to, so please send a Discord link. If you go down below the video, bud, it's right here. Go down in the description of the video, click the description, and you'll see it right down here. That's all. There's also my Twitter handle there at CryptoSavvy1. Lots of stuff here if you guys are looking for wallets. I don't know why, but I have Ledger under my Elapale too. I don't know what's up with that. WEBULL, PHEMEX, BINANCE, Gate.io, bunch of stuff down there. Those, if you're into alts. But otherwise, like I said, my suggestion is Prime XBT, the safest and best exchange in my opinion. Also, there is down there a VPN. Definitely get yourself a VPN, even if you're not trading. You don't have to use my link, but if you're on the internet, you should always be using a VPN and hiding your IP address. It's just another layer of protection. If you use that VPN down below, Pure VPN with my, I think if you sign up for the 2-year, it's like $2.80 a month, which is way cheaper than you're going to find anywhere else. So Shadow Man, I think you've been around the block more than the others, which is why they might have a view clash. Maybe. Webull and Voyager both useless. We don't want to open their doors to the rest of the world. I think BitBoy is... My sources are telling me I can't reveal my sources. Yeah, no sources know what the market's going to do. I don't care who they are. There's no sources that can... There's people that think they know that can call you and say that. So I guess I have sources too that say Bitcoin's going to 5,000. I also have sources that say Bitcoin's going to 400,000. So, but they're just people, just like everybody else. Nobody has a clue what the hell's going on, for sure. There are no guarantees in any market. I say that all the time, and that is the truth. When you ladder in, do you keep stops at the same level as first trade? No, if I'm laddering in, like I said, if I'm laddering in, it's usually at lower leverage, lower capital, and I won't put the stops in until I get to a level of validation that we're like right now. I don't think we're gonna go. If we break this high, I would stop laddering at the 36.6. So I would ladder all the way up to that. But that's me. And my risk management is a whole lot. You know, I'm using a very small capital on this trade. So I'm not doing a huge trade here. This is a very small capital trade. Soros probably shorting it by now. Hell yeah, he was shorting it up here. Believe that. Hirakashna, I'm not sure how to say your name. Sorry if I said it wrong, but go back to the beginning of the video. I've already explained all that. Sorry, but I don't want to bore everybody with the same thing over and over. Family first, condolences. Thank you. I appreciate that, Special K. How do you draw a fib extension? Well, if you're looking for Elliott Wave on the fib extension, I'll just do a quick one real quick. That's how we knew this target, that $30,000 target, way back in May. I think I drew it at the top of this. So yeah, in May. Fib extension. Let's just do it real quick. So this wave 1 up here, if we draw that fib extension from wave 1, and then you put your second click down on the bottom of wave 1 and then up to wave 2, and that's how we got that 0.1618 right there. If you can see that, 0.1618 is usually where the 5th wave hits. And again, that's why I'm looking at this right here. Where is it? That's why I'm looking at this here as another 5 waves down, making the 5th wave as a possibility, guys. Again, there's no guarantees, but this is a good possibility in my opinion. It definitely could happen. Watch this here. Let me zoom in here on this 4 hour. I want to take a look at, oh yeah, we already did that. Basically, we're still below these trend lines. So let me get in the 4 hour. Right there. Let's look at the 4 hour trend line. It is broken. Same one we've been looking at. Let's get over to it right there. So this is all key level stuff here for me, guys. So have you used any moving averages on the 4 hour chart? Yeah, I do. I use my EMAs. I just keep them off here to clean it up so you guys can see it better. But yeah, here's my EMAs right here. We talked about that earlier. We had the sell signal on the EMAs right here. That was a couple days ago. We opened and closed. Our next candle's below the 8 EMA, which is pretty much telling me that we are going to continue down to these lower levels. Do you think BTC will have a big move, as so many YouTubers are saying now, or is it just hype? Anything can happen. I'm telling you my view. They tell you theirs. Nobody's right or wrong until they're right or wrong. And I tweeted yesterday, trading's not about being right. It's about having an advantage by using analysis and managing your risk, and riding the winners out. So you could, if you're using proper risk management, you can lose, or you can make 100 trades, lose 70 of them, and still be a massive profit if you're using proper risk management. Tips on how to stop confusing huge divergence and regular divergence right here, man. Go to my wife's webpage, get the cheat sheet. It's kind of just the more you trade, the more you get. It took me a long time in the beginning to get the divergences down, as it does everybody. It's not something that you can just, it's really confusing. It's just like anything else, like riding a bike. The more you do it, the better you get at it, and then you don't forget, and then you just start having an eye for it. I'll add it to my list, Usman. You feel like bears are losing control over time? Maybe, but that sure looks like they're in pretty damn good control to me here. Maybe I'm crazy, but they sure look like the bears are definitely controlling the market, in my humble opinion. Saber Transportation, I respect your humility. Your TA has been spot on, but you don't do victory laps every day like other channels do, even though they're batting 0 for 10. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. What do you favor more, hidden or normal divergence, and what's your experience on success rate? So, hidden divergence is also a continuation of the trend. So what I've found out, let's say we're in a downtrend like now in the daily, and let's say we have daily bullish divergence and daily hidden bearish divergence. The hidden bearish, because we're in a downtrend, usually will overdo the bullish. Hidden is a continuation of the downtrend and tends to be pretty strong. We've been going sideways for some weeks now. We've been going, yeah, because that's what happens in a consolidation zone before the next move. And the next move is going to be huge. I think we're going to have a pretty ugly next move. And like I said, by the 4 hour here, if you're watching the 4 hour, keep an eye on this channel and the RSI. If we get back in that, then we may go for one more little fake out push up. But otherwise, I see us coming back down, guys, to these lower levels here, at least. Where the hell is my other chart here? I've lost a chart here somewhere along the way. What the hell is going on? Oh, there it is. This is the one I want to keep an eye on. Is the exaggerated divergence weaker? Exaggerated divergence is pretty strong, but it's usually only seen in the lower time frames. So if you see it, and if you're watching for divergence in lower time frames, so that's all they are, is, you know, the move's going to be the size of that time frame. So if you're seeing it in a daily, then it's going to be a huge move, take a while to play out, just like, you know, this one did. We had hidden divergence up here, or we had, yeah, hidden divergence, regular divergence. We had regular divergence up here in the daily. But if you're looking on the 4 hour, it may, you know, the 4 hour, if you're finding divergence, may take a day to play out. If you're looking on the 1 hour, it may take a few hours. Daily could be days or weeks. It's all different for whatever time frame you're looking at. So funny how some big bullish event we're all unaware of will throw the TA out the window. No, it doesn't. So everything is in the charts, in my opinion. Just like they were saying Elon tweets moved the market. No, we had this on this channel from March 24th when I drew this. Don't care about the Elon tweets. All that shit is burnt in the market. All of it. News does not mean shit, guys. If you think it does, go back to 2017. We had the most bullish news all through 2018. It didn't do shit. Nothing. It just kept crashing. News don't mean squat, man. It's just part of the same people that are in control of these markets. They use the news. And they blame it on that when it was in the charts. What is your risk management? Can you give an example using money values? All right, so say I have $100 in my trading account, right? I would only risk $1 to $3, maybe $5 on a trade, but I would be looking for, you know, 5 to 20% gain on that trade. So I'd be willing to risk, you know, 1 to 5%. I try to stay at 1 to 3%. It all depends, but yeah, that's how I do it. Can you show how to draw the lines on your macro chart that points to 9,500? Are you talking about this? This is just arcs. If you go over to your, hit your little brush on the side here and then hit curve, and then you just go off all the wicks. And that's how you come up with that one. If you were talking about this one here is the VPVR. I did not draw the red line. That's just a high volume node over here. That's how that got there. Thanks, man. Thanks, BINANCE. All right, guys. I think I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you guys for all the support lately. I really do appreciate that. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I may try to pop in here and there on Twitter and in the Discord if, you know, I have time. Depends on how today goes, though. So anyway, thanks a lot. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and smashing those like buttons. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. That will get you notified when I post new videos. Take it easy, guys.